Okay. All right.
All right. Check, check, check. Yep. Okay. Sweet. We're good and we're ready to go. Um, Today we will be jamming some Amulet, which we haven't done since last week. Damn. Felt bad. So I only did a tiny little change. Over the weekend, I played some side events at GPLA and I played with exactly this list. Mostly because I couldn't find the fourth Gruul turf. So far lately I've been running the four Gruul turf list, which of course helps cast a braid and causes it to turn and fire spout off the board. But what ended up happening is I literally won two games because I did not have the fourth Gruul turf and I had the Celestia Sanctuary instead. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to go back to the 3-1 split, and we'll see how it goes. The rest of the list is pretty much the same. I've been quite happy with the tracker in the main deck. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes you just sideboard her out, and it's all good. But yeah, I've been thinking that having an extra threat instead of the fourth explorer, it's actually interesting. There's been like a lot of talk right now about running the Sakama. I guess at some point I'll try it, but as of right now, I just like tracker too much. But yeah, so nothing too crazy. We're just gonna be running good old faithful. Wow, are we gonna be player number 1000? Oh no. Just as I'm talking, two people finish the leagues. It's kind of crazy, like how all the time people are playing in Magic Online. Modern is quite popular, and even the friendly Modern League has like 1500. That's crazy. All right, let's go. Let's go. So this hand has ramp times two. It has a prime time. Yep, I'm keeping this. I can transmute on turn 3 and make it Titan on turn 4. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Take one. Do I want the second Tribe Scout or do I want to explore? So if I explore, I need to play the Sun Home. Tap 2. Play Simic Growth. Play Tolaria West. Of the Scout, obviously. And bounce the Gemstone. Then next turn I can transmute and play another Scout. Yeah, explore sounds good here. It's gonna tell me whether I actually do want to transmit for prime time or do I want to transmit for something else. This is actually not bad either. This allows me to flash in a blocker, which is pretty cool. So if my opponent starts going off on this Swift Spear, I can just do this guy. No blocks. take my 1. Eidolon. Sure. So now I kind of don't want to play the Tribe Scout anymore. So the question is, what land do I want to flush in? I think I actually want to flush in the Colony Garden. So this way, this Gruul Turf can actually bounce the Colony and I can replay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm at 18 though. I don't even think I want to do this turn. What to do? What to do? This is tricky. This is tricky. Good afternoon, Overrated. How's it going? This is quite tricky. My options are play Ballista on 4, so X equals 2, right? And then play Gruul Turf, bounce the Colony, then replay the Colony end of turn. The issue with that is that means that I have to wait 2 turns until prime time, unless I draw exactly a prime time on my next turn. On the plus side, though, that will mean that I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana in play. So I can actually like put a counter on Ballista and transmute on the same turn, which sounds pretty good. So I think I'm gonna go for that. It delays the prime time 1 more turn, but like the mana efficiency is just too much to pass up, I think, and like the value of playing this Ballista to answer this Eidolon if I want to means that I'm actually going to save 2 life from casting the Pact. So it's not just that, you know. Subconscious Amulet. Oh yeah, dude, the Subconscious Amulet is, it's good stuff. Good stuff. So options. I think I want to just flash in the Colony Garden and just double block both dudes. No need to use the Ballista yet, and again next turn I can like put a counter on Ballista and transmute as well, which sounds like a pretty decent deal. Yep, now my opponent is actually pointing a bolt at my Ballista, and this feels great. And they can, here if they want to, they can make their Eidolon indestructible, but I mean, that's great for me, right? Because that means that I'm just a Boros Charm that is not going to my face. If they play another Eidolon, it's fine. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Raid. I appreciate that. Wow, my opponent must be new to playing Burn. Because these are just not great plays, really. So, transmute for Pact, play my Scout, and pass the turn. Win the game next turn. Yeah, I always try to consider all the possible. I mean, that's the beauty of Amulet, right? There's so many lines. There's so many freaking lines. That's what makes the deck so entertaining and why it just never gets old. There's always so many options that you can take. Do I take 2? I think I just take 2 here. 1, 2, 3. Both my Scout. Yeah, sure. Now bolt my face. So I go down to 8. And now I resolve the prime time and I win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Primeval Titan. I even have another prime time coming up, so I don't even need. I can just get Bounce Land and Radiant Fountain here. And there's no way I could have transmuted this turn. I was exactly 1 mana short from doing so in any way that I thought of it. That's why I didn't. There was no sequence that I could do that would allow me to transmute on that turn. Okay, burn. Burn. Ghost Quarter. It's kind of funny how that Ballista was actually pretty great, which is not generally the case. It's not generally the case, but just with that specific board state, just being able to like just play a 2/2 was pretty good. This is one of the issues with moving, like changing my list every single freaking time. I have to like reconsider sideboard plans every time I sit down. My opponent says Amulet Titan is such a cool deck. Yep. Agree wholeheartedly. That's funny. My opponent's cool. That's funny. I would do the same thing. Like sometimes my opponents would like beat me, like just beat the shit out of me, and I would be like, dude, that was awesome. Like the first time I played against the BridgeVine deck, that's actually a great matchup. So I think I beat him, but I'm like, dude, that deck is awesome. I've never seen that before. Opponent says like, yeah. So that's pretty hilarious. So here we had Scout, we have Lands, and we have Prime Time. So I think I keep this. Goblin Guide. Yep. So I guess that this hand also only struggles a little bit in the face of Searing Blaze. Searing Blaze could be pretty painful here. So my opponent knows about the T-West. They don't know about anything else. My opponent is apologizing for playing Burn. I like my opponent. They are cool. They're really cool. Amulet's not bad. I imagine this gets Searing Blaze though, which is bad. Eidolon instead, huh? So if my opponent does not deal with this Amulet, they are dead the next turn. I'm into that. I'm definitely into that. So we'll get attack down to 10. Attack down to 10. My opponent only has 3 cards in hand, so they can deal me 9 at most. And I'm drawing a Fire Spout. That's funny. Uh, since I'm drawing the fire spout, what I can do is I can block the Eidolon or the guide. It doesn't matter. I can flash in the Tolaria West on my turn. No, actually I can play the other Tolaria West and use the Gemstone Mine counter on red in order to spout my opponent's board. And that way I'm able to play around Searing Blaze. But just the upside of my opponent not killing my Tribe Scout, I think it's high enough that I think I will not block and force my opponent to use a burn spell on the Scout. So take 4. Suspend Rift Bolt. So play Tolaria. And now is when the thinking begins. So my opponent has a Rift Bolt in Suspend right now. Okay. Now, what are the chances my opponent has a Deflecting Palm in hand? Because if my opponent has a Deflecting Palm, then my way to play around it is I just cast Primetime this turn, and I transmute for Simic Growth plus Radiant Fountain. And what that would allow me to do is that would allow me to both transmute, which is great for me because I can go get the Blue Pact to set up next turn, and it also gains me 2 life. So I will force my opponent to need to play something. The problem is that actually Pacting will cost me 2 life, which is pretty huge. And if my opponent Skull cracks, I might be in a little bit of trouble because I would be down to 7, effectively 6. My opponent will swing for 2, meaning that I will be at 5, 3, and I would die to like 2 burn spells. But if my opponent has a Deflecting Palm, I just straight out lose. So I think I need to be... I think I just need to do this. Okay, I'm gonna lead on Scout first. Yeah, because I definitely want to be fetching for... I definitely want to be fetching for the... fetching for the Pact. And in order for that to happen, I will need to have... Oh, sorry. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry, my wife is calling right now. I will do it. Sorry about this. Sorry about that. I'm apologizing for my opponent. I actually feel kind of shitty. It feels like I'm slow rolling them super hard. Okay, so I'm going for the gain some life, transmute for pact line here. I'm gonna be taking 2 from the Goblin Guide, and I'm gonna be taking 2 from the Goblin Guide, and I'm going to be transmuted for a blue pact, which should protect me from something like gain 2. Nice. Okay, this makes me way more comfortable about my situation right now. The fact that we were able to successfully gain those 2 means that I will be taking 3 down to 9, 2 from the Goblin Guide attack, and 2 from the Pact of Negation, I guess. But I only need to counter a lethal burn spell. Of course, I have enough mana to pay for the blue pact, and then I feel like I should be in a decent spot right here. Unless they have path. Path could be troublesome. Helix is fine. Helix is fine. Now Wraith Bolt down to down to 6. So they need to have double burn spell in hand. Goblin Guy serves. Primetime blocks. They need to have double burn spell, and one of those burn spells needs to be a Boros Charms. What's up, the Burden one? 2 is damage you with casting it with Eidolon. Yeah. So it would have. That I don't understand much. They know about this. Yes. So that's the reason why I chose the pact. Yeah. So no pact to pay for. Going down to 1. And now my opponent. That's not a good draw, actually. So what to do here? I can play Fountain. Gain 2. Primetime. Go get Garrison plus Kalni, I guess. No, I'm going to Spout anyway, so it doesn't matter. Garrison plus. Oh, I have actual lethal here, right? So it's gonna be times 2 plus 6 plus 5 because he'll block with the Pyromancer. Yeah. Okay, so we're fine here. So just 2 bounce lands, whatever. Flashing in the Stronghold. Haste the new Primetime. Bounce the Gruul Turf, I guess. And then I'll swing for lethal. Sweet. Sweet. 2-0 against Burn to begin the day. Sounds good, sounds good. Feeling good, feeling good. Feeling good. Oh, by the way, is the Stream Decker working? Can you guys see the list with Stream Decker? For those of you who are watching in an actual, in a computer, because I don't think Stream Decker works in. I don't think it works in mobile. Is this Frank Karsten? I think we're playing against Frank Karsten, in which case I imagine he's either on Affinity or in Hardened Scales. Because Hardened Scales seems like it's 100% a deck that Frank would play. Not working. That's so weird because I see it. I see it like in my screen thing. It should be like on the left side of the screen. Is that correct? I don't even know. About this hand. If any of these were a bounce land, I think I would keep this hand. In fact, do I keep it anyway? It does work? That's sweet. Awesome. If this is against Affinity, this hand might end up... I might end up dying. Leading on Scout here, of course, and the fact that we have a Suicide is also pretty great for me, because if he wants to use a removal spell, then we should be fine, because we have the Azusa, of course, as backup. Windswept Heath. Spirits is what I would say. It's basically like the only Windswept Heath deck nowadays. Okay, we were gonna need this one, so having drawn it is good. I think I just play out my hand here. This kind of sucks because it uses my gemstone counter, but if I draw a bounce land, I just win, so I don't care about losing the gemstone counter, and I feel like I need to draw exactly that bounce land next turn. Oh no, I can even transmute for it, so even Tolaria West should be lethal. Even Tolaria should be lethal, because I can transmute for the T-West, turn it into a bounce land, play it 3 times, prime time. I even have an extra land drop yet, so I can even double strike if I want to. So we have 9, 12 outs. 12 outs that win the game immediately, and then add 4 to that, because we have the 4 steerings that can very easily draw us into... Yep. You got it, Brendan 1. That's exactly what we're trying to draw. That's exactly what we're looking for. Even if we draw Boros Garrison, we should still be fine. Alright, so I think he's either on Bant Spirits or Bant Company. Snipe Hub, that's a good question that I have not yet been able to answer. I honestly have no idea. So Frank is representing the Spell Queller super hard here. So what I think I do is I'm gonna serve with the Scout. Kind of like to bait him into doing something. Of course he doesn't take the bait. Alright, I'm gonna pass then. I don't want this explorer to get squelled because this explorer is actually costing me a gemstone mine counter here. Yeah, rattle chains is a beating there though. Rattle chains is a real beating. A friend of mine was actually playing Sakama over the weekend. They were he was like playing just side events at GPLA, and I saw Sakama in action, and I was like, maybe it's better than I gave it credit for, but yeah, it just sometimes it just seemed so hard to cast. It just seemed really hard to cast, and like he had it in like his opening hand, and it was just really sad. That's the beating. Okay, at this point, I think I want to do this. Mostly because I want him to quell me instead of company me, and now he can like end of turn flash and some dude, you know. So at this point, I want to force the queller, so they don't like flash in a lord or what's his name, Geist. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not playing this second explorer, because this second explorer actually takes two outs from it takes three outs from us. Yep. Frank refuses to flash in the queller, and of course that's the correct play. Phantom and nothing else. Rough. Rough for him. Great for us though. Definitely great for us. Moorland Hunt doesn't do much. But he's got something though. Drugstore Captain. Take 6. Bounce land. It's not a bounce land. So I can go squatter myself, but it's exactly the same outcome. I'm down a land. He stepped out of Spell Queller now though. So I'm going to do this and try to draw a stupid. Damn it! I'm dead now, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So basically, any lord or any spirit that he plays an instant speed kills me. Can't even attack to chip in for extra damage. Yeah, well, I mean, we have double green, right? We have Ghost Quarter. Yeah, but he has the image to copy the captain. So we're dead. 4, 7, and 5. It's gonna be 12. So we are dead. Yep. So that was a risky keep. Again, we had 16 outs, right? So it was not crazy, but it was gonna be Garrison actually. That's hilarious. We had 16 outs, so I think it was a fine keep. It just feels bad, you know. Every time that happens, it just feels like shit. But well, it is what it is. And sideboarding. Yes, I know. I agree 100%. I've definitely lost more games to missing land drops and flooding. 100%. We can side out the explorers because they're gonna have a tough time dealing with Tribe Scout. Siding out one pact is fine because we they have Quellers, which are a real pain. These don't do anything. Rurik often enough champ attacks, so I'm not a big fan of him, and I don't like the explorers either. On the other hand, though, ballista and explosives are great. Abrades are amazing because they also kill damping sphere. And Damping Sphere is also the reason why I keep in the Rex Age. Sometimes they also keep in Worship. So having access to an answer to Worship that we can pact for can be important with with some board states. Here we go. Here we go. Queen is so good though. This is game 2. We lost game 1 because we never saw a bounce land. We had Primetime, we had Azusa and Scout and Amulet in play, but we just never saw a a bounce land. We also had double blue to transmute for it, but not meant to be. Not meant to be. This matchup is quite hard actually. Spirits is I don't think Spirits is a great matchup. Like their instant speed and we are pretty much unable to interact and block and stuff. Oh, I realize I got a follower without even noticing. 120. So yes, I don't think the matchup is good whatsoever. It's certainly very interesting though. I think Rattle Chains is so good in that deck. It's just we played against Luis yesterday. We played 3 matches. He was playing blue-white control, and I was playing Spirits because he wanted to test the matchup. And Selfless Spirit was Rattle Chains was such a bomb every time. This is really slow. We can do better, and we have done quite better. Much better. This hand is pretty excellent actually. Hand is pretty excellent. If we find a Primetime here, we are off to the races. I'm basically bottoming anything that's not a Primetime, because we got all of our other bases covered, except maybe for an answer to Damping Sphere. So if Frank has a Damping Sphere on turn 2, we are in a little bit of trouble maybe. But barring that, we should be good. And they mull to 5 and put a card on the bottom. Yeah, so I'll play the Grultor first. So this is important in terms of sequencing, right? And I always say you guys should pay attention to this. You definitely want to do this, and I want to bounce the gemstone, have the gemstone in hand to basically blank a potential path to exile. Now a path to exile was actually good. Actually, we could even argue that it would have been better to just play a land that has a trigger, so I incentivize Frank to use his path in Azusa. I think he's extremely smart, so he wouldn't do it, but you never know. We can probably bait him into doing it or something. Damping Sphere. Yep. No, Thalia. That's much less bad than I was expecting. Pass the turn. Alright, so last game we died with no bounce land. I guess this game we're gonna die with no Titan. It's a tough life. I am not blocking the Thalia and I am not playing the land because Thalia actually makes a pact, not an out, basically. Because it would cost me 1 more. This is a little bit too tempting though. I think I'm gonna fire this off. No, he can counter it. Never mind. Never mind. Was this a good draw? I think that was a good draw. So to the non-ballista believers, At this point, I have no idea who is like not excited to have a ballista in their deck. Ballista for 5, kill 1, kill 2. I'm gonna let the Thalia live though. I don't really care about the Thalia, and it's actually stopping Frank's Damping Spheres. But I definitely wanted to kill the Wanderer in case they, so I prevent them from being able to like rattle chains into response or something stupid like that. And then the Ballista ends up costing me an extra thing. This is such a great attack. I love it. This is such a great attack. I'm gonna take it just because I'm gonna be down to 18, so I don't care. But that is such a great attack by him. That's beautiful. Frank's good. Frank's real good. So next turn we can put 2 counters on the Ballista, which sounds pretty damn good. It's gonna pass the Ballista. That makes a lot of sense. I don't think I killed the Thalia. I think Thalia is helping me way more than it's helping him. The question is, do I want to trade this? Yeah, I have an extra land now, so I definitely want to trade this for 1 damage. Definitely want to do that. So I'm gonna deal him 3, and then I'm gonna let the path resolve, and I'm gonna get my one of my basics. Bounce my gemstone. Play gemstone. And swing for 1. Gotcha. And at this point, Damping Fear doesn't stop me, which is pretty good. This is the last Thalia, attack that I'm gonna take. But I want to untap with this. Okay. I have double blue here. Okay. So I think I just don't do anything, because if I'm gonna start here. My opponent can't stop me. Fuck! Guess we're gonna gain some life. This is kind of sad now. And I think I'm just going to play this in my main phase. Because I want to prevent him from having more mana. And at this point, that base sphere doesn't do anything, because I have the gemstone and I can actually cast the prime time if I want to. Phantom. Well, that would have been pretty good to clock my opponent a little bit better. Yep, this is actually quite a sad turn of events right here. Steerings again. we just looked at the top 12 cards of my deck and found absolutely nothing. That's pretty hilarious. So here, Frank is representing Spell Queller quite strongly. So I can play Explosives on 2. He will quell it. And then I Fire Spout. So he quells it. That's fine. And now I Fire Spout. Oh, I paid 1 extra. Doesn't matter. Can't cast it for 1. Sad. But well, I guess I can destroy my opponent's tokens should that happen. Yes. Yeah, but the reason for me to do that, it's holy shit. So what you're saying is we should have just passed? Just passing would have been another option. But I'm just afraid if my opponent, if Frank had, if I let Frank untap and he end of turn plays a Spell Queller, and then he untaps and he plays a Supreme Phantom, I just die. Right? Because now my Fire Spout does absolutely nothing. Prime time. Holy shit. Alright. Have a lot of mana though. We have a shit ton of mana at least. Prime time. Please. Please. Chat, give me your energy. Give me your power. Give me those prime times. The problem is that Queller also blanks Fire Spout, right? Prime time? No! No! Wow, we looked at the top 30 cards. In the top 30 cards, we saw 1 Summoner's Pact. No Tulare Wests, no Hornet Queens, no Primeval Titans. That's variance for you, gentlemen. Now I take 6, 7, 8. I guess if I had an Azusa I could survive, or if I had played this last turn I could have survived. It's just the upside of having so much mana kind of like shut me off. But I could have played Fountain last turn and played a Sanctuary last turn and played Fountain this turn to survive his attack. So Weld Airplane. The way Fire Spout is worded, it means that I would cast it off the Spell Queller and it would do literal nothing. Because it only deals 3 damage to each creature without flying if red was cast, and it only deals damage to creature with flying if green was cast. But every single time, it's the immediate next card. And it sucks because we are like in an incredibly commanding position. Frank mulled to 5. And it's just, we didn't lose to spirits there, we just lose to our own deck. we lost to Amulet. That's what happened. That that match. Turn 2 kill. Sign me up. Thank you. Man, I love this deck so much sometimes. I hate it sometimes, but I hate it in a good way. And then after my deck doing absolutely nothing for 2 straight games, it delivers a turn 2 kill. Just like, no big deal. Oh, no Inquisition. Looting. Looting. Please loot. Ugh. Yes! Turn to kill. Turn to kill. Oh, please swing with BridgeVine. Oh, please. Please play something else and serve with Divine. Your deck is so broken. Your deck is so broken, opponent. Your deck is so good. I'm excited. I'm excited. I am excited. Hello, baby. Prime time in the house. We didn't even get hit by the motobot. Oh, this is a beauty. Holy crap. This is a beauty. Alright, 20. Cool deck, opponent. That's a cool deck you got over there. Tell me more about how you win on turn 2. On turn 3. Tell me more about them turn 3 kills. Woo! Woo! Oh, this is screenshot worthy right here. This is screenshot worthy right here. Oh, right, no question marks. That's hilarious. I'm new to the whole tweeting thing, but yeah, this one's going in there. This one's going in there. Okay, so Tormod's Crypt, pretty good. Explosives, pretty good too. This dude's pretty good as well. Cavern out. That's pretty much it. Rexage out. Oh, I want to leave Rexage in order to destroy my opponent's bridges, I think. Kappa. Man, this look at doesn't this look beautiful? Just like you look at it and it's just gorgeous. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Twitter. Yeah, and I totally made a Twitter account so I can do this thing and I post when I'm going live, and then I didn't do it. Fun. That's hilarious. Okay, so we are greeted. We're sent back down to Earth. This is not a bad hand at all, though. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Man, this feels good. Just feels good. Just feels good. Oh yeah, for people that are interested in following me on Twitter, if you guys want to be aware of when I'm going live and stuff like that. Um, Now I created a Twitter account yesterday, and it's my name, so FF Polos MTG. F Polos MTG. So if you guys want to follow me or whatever it is that you do on Twitter, you can do that. You can do that. So what would be nice here? Bog would be quite nice. Bog would be the nuts, actually. Bog would be quite nutty. So now he gets a token, he gets a BridgeVine 2, he gets 2 tokens actually. Oh no, he's not sacking the Neonate? No Neonate sack. So if he swings with Vine, I can block to explode his bridges. But I just think Scout is just worth more than that. Oh, no attacks, please, no attacks. Ah. No blocks, you got it. Now, the question is, do I play Amulet this turn? Do I play Amulet this turn, or how often do I post videos on YouTube? Basically, I post videos the day after I stream. So I stream at least 3 times a week. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Sometimes I stream more, but at least 3 times. And every single one of my streams gets uploaded to YouTube the day after the stream happened, basically. Because Twitch has a 24-hour exclusive content policy. So for that first hour, for that first day, I guess I can't really do anything about it. But then it's all good. So again, so I'm thinking here whether I play Amulet here or not. The difference being the fact that I can play it next turn, but I have both Stronghold and Vesuva in hand. How does that change the equation? If I want to haste my prime time next turn, I need to spend 1 mana for Amulet, and I have to actually have the Scout survive. So I think I'm going to just play the Amulet here. And then I'm gonna play the Semi-Growth. Play the Simic. Bounce the Gemstone. Pass the turn. And if I untap with both Scout and Amulet, I win, I think. Guess you cannot edit tweets. So now he does sack, discarding the Gargadon, which makes sense. The Gargadon's not gonna do much. So if he whacks the bushes, he's gonna cast the Gravecrawler, Bushwhacker with Kicker, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I actually need to jump, because that would exactly be 16. That's unfortunate. Gravecaller gets cast. No whacker. No whacker. I feel like a whacker is in my future. Definitely feel like a bushwhacker is in my future. Which would be troublesome. Yeah, I think what messed me up, I mean, I guess I could have played around K Command. What messed me up is the fact that I drew both the Vesuva and the Stronghold. Yep. I think I'm actually dead. Wow, they just had exactly everything. That's pretty crazy. So I guess their deck is the most broken one. But if we do our Susa, so that's 3, 6, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. So block here. Flash in the Stronghold. So we can draw either as... No, Asusa doesn't even do it, because Primetime doesn't do it anymore. Primetime doesn't do it anymore. So we need to draw exactly Fire Spout. Fire Spout. Play Asusa. Play Primetime. Gain 2 of Radiant Fountain and Kalni. Block, block, block. Take 5, I die anyway. Doesn't seem like a great deal, huh? There's no way I can play around that. They just went too wide too fast. So I guess their deck is the most broken one. JK, JK. I think I just died. I can transmute on explosives on 0, but I cannot crack it. It had to be exactly Fire Spout. I'm dead. Primetime gets Kalni. I have the Vesuva in hand, so I cannot haste the Primetime. It wouldn't matter anyway. Yeah, I'm just dead. Just dead. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Do I want this? I don't think I want this. I think I just want to keep everything as it is right now. Thanks to everybody who's watching right now. My name is Francisco. On this stream we play mostly Modern and Legacy, and this is quite a fine hand, I guess. We can buy a lot of time with this hand. I stream mostly Modern and Legacy, and in Modern we play mostly Amulet or some other Primeval Titan deck. And in Legacy, I'm a big fan of Knight of the Reliquary, so we play stuff like Furcral Loam, Maverick, that kind of thing. Yeah, I stream around this time Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for sure. Sometimes on Thursdays, I do so as well. And yeah, please feel free to hit that follow button, which is of course free. And if you really enjoy the stream, you can also hit the subscribe button, which of course helps me create more content. I am actually thinking right now I'm thinking into buying a better computer because the one that I have it's a little bit on the slow side, just a little bit. And I want to make sure that I can provide some good quality content. So I'm trying to figure out the best configuration of computer that I'm going to buy, and I should be doing that soon actually. What's up, supplier? What's up? What you gonna do over there? What you gonna do over there? It's kind of a funny art actually. No part goes to waste. It's funny. At least the Radiant Fountain is gonna gain us quite a bit of life, which is nice. It's gonna gain us 2 on 4 on the next turn actually. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Come on, opponent, you can do it. You can figure out the correct line, which is to press F2 and let me have my turn. Yes, no, please, thank you. No. No. Alright, I'm gonna take this chance to do a quick bathroom break. I will be right back. Must be such a tough decision, huh? They just have not been able to figure out what they want to do. It's tough. It's tough. You know, sometimes hitting okay can be hard. There we go. Ooh, hello there. Hello there. Announce bounce trigger. Yeah, there we go. Maybe they just left. They just got a drink or something. So I'm not worried about this Gravecrawler. I would be more worried if my opponent had something like a bridge or a BridgeVine. So there's no rush for me to pop this Tormod's Crypt. And if my opponent wants to like grudge the Crypt, very, very ecstatic about it. Flamekin Harbinger seems like a bit of a stretch. Little bit of a stretch. Suspend Gargadon. You got it. You got it. Swing for 1. No blocks. Man, this is a dynamic game of Magic now. Dynamic game of Magic. You see, this is why I love the Crypt. It's like we were able to develop our mana in the best possible way. If we had a relic here, I would have needed to kind of like time walk myself a little bit and not be able to play a Susa on the next turn, because I would have needed to hold up like a Radiant Fountain up, so I wouldn't have been able to play Gemstone Mine. Tormod's Crypt is it just doesn't care. It just doesn't care. It's great. Crypt is... I'm a very firm believer in the Crypt. Well, how about that now? How about that? We can't really sequence this in any way that works, though. We can't really sequence this in any way that works for us. So I'm just going to hold the Amulet in hand, actually. I'm gonna hold the Amulet in hand. I don't want to give my opponent any information that if they don't do anything, they are very dead next turn. I'm also not gonna crack the Tormod's Crypt, because if my opponent wants to flashback looting next turn, I'm quite happy about that. 9 counters left on the Gargadon. Asusa blocks the Stitcher suppliers quite well too, which is funny. Gravecrawler is fine. Don't care. Thoughtseize is the only thing I would be mildly worried about. So, no Thoughtseize, please. You can have anything else you want. Anything in the world. Just no Thoughtseize. Kicked Walker. Kicked Walker is fine. Oh, Ballista for 2. Oh, yeah. Nope. OP is dead. No attacks even? I don't know if I agree with that. Not sure if I agree with that. I guess I steer here before playing the Titan. Woo! Woo! The whiff. It's fine, it doesn't matter. We're doing just fine over here. Sitting at a comfortable 25. Sitting at a comfortable 25. Guess what do I bounce here? So I will have a white mana floating. And I can go get a Stronghold and Toleria, I guess. Oh, Stronghold and Gemstone. Attack trigger, go get I want to have lethal this turn. I definitely want to have lethal. I have one land drop left, so cast Prime Time. Cast Prime Time, have white floating, fetch. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't even know why I'm thinking this hard. Yes. Stronghold and gemstone. Haste. Red. Play garrison. Bounce. Fountain, I guess. Serve. Yes. Go get Sunhome plus semi-growth. For mana efficiency, and I just needed to get a white source there. Or a red source. So I just... This way I end up with more mana in play. That's like the only reason. I could have gotten like a Vesuva and copy a Stronghold, but that puts me behind the land, and also it's like it wastes 1 mana. So it's the same. It doesn't really matter. I got the gemstone because it was, you know, I just wanted to make a nice clean BridgeVine. I just wanted to make it a nice clean, you know, amount of mana, but it doesn't matter really. Don't know what my opponent is on. Don't know what my opponent is on. I get steerings, which could find an amulet, or it could whiff. I have enough lands, but I have no ramp. And 2 prime times. I think this is a mulligan. This hand is even worse. Damn it. But I guess I get a scry. Opponent multi 5. Rough. At least I can transmute the T-West on turn 3. Should be pretty good. Yeah, we're bottoming that one. Turn 1 Field of Ruin. Damn it! They also put 1 card on the bottom. Well, that one's pretty good. That one I will not complain about. The question is, what do I want to transmute next turn? What do I want to transmute for, I mean? I'm assuming that my opponent is on blue-white here, even though I just see Field of Ruin plus Plains. Double Field of Ruin plus Plains. I am going to assume that my opponent is on blue-white. Well, that's a play that I guess it makes some sense now that I think of it. I guess they just want to opt or Serum Visions here. Yep. Just want to Serum. So we are playing against blue-white. Play it to Larry West. Pass the turn. Opt EOT. Yep, they did want to opt. They put a card on the bottom. Alright. I'm gonna start doing a bunch of F6ing now. A lot of F6ing. And a lot of fast playing too. It's pretty good. It's not bad at all. So step number 1, tap my opponent out, which this should achieve. No. Okay. Now, are you gonna do something? Nothing. Play Asusa. What you got? Mana leak. Mana Dig is literally the only thing they can have. I guess they can have Remand if they are playing Remand, if they're like Nassif, which who loves Remand. This is very interesting to me. Play Teleria. What's up? No. He just declined to do anything. Now they fetch. And what now? I'm not sure I follow my opponent's logic in this last couple of plays. I don't understand what he's going for. But, well, who am I to judge, huh? So I think I want to bounce here. And I actually want to get a blue source here. Because with the Azusa I can still cast a Primetime next turn, even if I pay for Pact. So I think this is the highest EV play. Even if my opponent taps out for a Teferi, I can counter it. Or either Teferi or Jace, I can counter it. And then Azusa will make it so I can still Primetime next turn and haste it. So the other option would have been having searched for Cavern, which is also a possibility, and I can also do that next turn. So basically, all my options were gas. All my options were great. So that's 3 to transmute. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to make sure that the last land dropped is used for the Cavern. So we transmute here. Go with Cavern. Cavern on Giant. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And this is important here. The way that I did it. If you guys see, I tapped it this way and I left the white floating. The reason for this is that now I can get a gemstone mine and the sun home, and what that does is it makes it so I can haste my Titan while also having double blue to pay for a Pact. And since I have the blue Pact in hand, I feel confident enough to do this. My opponent needs to have exactly Path plus Cryptic to mess me up. They only have a single white source. Cryptic Tack Bounce. No, tap and draw. I think this is enough for me to counter. They cannot do anything for 1 blue mana. And now I can go get... They can field plus second Cryptic, so I think I'm going to go get 2 blue sources. So I'll go get Teleria and another Simic Growth. Teleria plus Simic. And I'm going to bounce and protect the Hasteland. Swing 9, go. I think I'm going to hold all of these lands in hand in case I draw a tracker. Play second Amulet, probably bait something. Nope, opponent doesn't take the bait, that's fine. Snap Cryptic. And I expect another tap and draw. Yep, tap and draw. That's perfectly fine. What now? What now? So I can transmute for a tracker and get one land drop, but I don't think I'm interested in that right now. I think I'm just gonna pass. I could have played the basic forest, but I think just passing is better. Again, I want to hold lands in hand in case I draw my tracker. Play that one. See what happens. Wow. Yep, they just concede. Wow, they moved to Oblivion and then they just drew nothing. Alright, post board. We played this matchup quite a bit actually yesterday. So we like this, we like this, we like this, and we like this. We don't like this as much. Explosives is fine as a one-off, Ballista is fine as a one-off. We side a couple of packs out. We side out the Radiant Fountain. Fountain out. And then it was... what did we do? I think it was one Explore, one Steerings, one Amulet. I think this was the setup. So we'll see. Blue-white is a tough matchup. I don't think the matchup is easy at all. It used to be much easier, but Teferi is busted in Modern. Teferi is stupid good. And just the presence of Teferi, and to a minor extent Jace, is just so rough. It just turned the matchup completely upside down. It basically forced us to keep amulets in, which before we could very safely just side out all of our amulets, and we were able to just like grind them out with like mono threats. And now we have to keep amulets in, even though they are an awful top deck, just because we need to kind of like race them, which we didn't really need to before. We just did our thing, and our thing was just more powerful than they could keep up with, unless they had an extremely nutty draw. And now Teferi is just like ensures that they have the nutty draw. So the name of the game here is punish them for tapping out for Teferi. That's the name of the game. That's all that we care about, and that's all that we are trying to achieve. When they tap out for Teferi or Jace, we need to have something. That's why I like keeping hands like this. First of all, the Scout is really, really good in this matchup because it messes up with the Field of Ruins quite effectively. Because if you have the bounce land in hand, you can of course flash it in at instant speed and mess up with what they're doing. They bottom their card. Still, having basic forest in hand, it's always awful. Absolutely awful. It's the worst card for us to draw. We want to make sure that every single Field of Ruin slash path that our opponent plays gives us value. And drawing the forest means that one of their paths are going to be better sooner, basically. So here I play Tulare West, tapped and pass. I want to hold the fact that we have a Spell Pierce, and I want to try to, bait my opponent into making a bad play. If I can. Opt. You're tanking over there. Being up a game and up a full minute feels great actually. Feels pretty great. End of turn, I'm flushing in. I guess I'm gonna flush in the gemstone. Second spell burst is not bad. I'm gonna play another T West. This is a little bit unfortunate because I wish that I had enough. I wish that I had enough untapped sources to jam a Titan next turn, but I don't think that's going to be possible. And again, in this particular turn especially, I want to be holding up Pierce. And there I copied the Vesuva, so they cannot... I copied the island with the Vesuva, so they cannot Field of Ruin me. This is fine. But if we had a bounce land there, we punish them so hard. They basically spend 2 mana to destroy their own land, which is of course pretty damn good value for us. This makes things a little bit worse. I really wanted to transmute this Tulare West into a cavern, and now we are not going to be able to do so. Never mind, cancel that order, we're fine. So I'm gonna do this. Actually, I want to do this. Let's do this instead. This sounds way better. Now I actually have the... No, never mind. Never mind, I made a mistake. Made a mistake because I need to transmute this for the cavern, so so that was my bad. I was thinking that I wanted to turn this into another bounce land, but it just doesn't make sense. Snapcaster opt. Actually, my opponent looks to be quite desperate over there. So I'm going to flush in this bog here. No value for you, my friend. So now I have Spell Pierce for their Planeswalker. And if they Field of Ruin this, then they cannot cast their Walker, so I'm still okay with that anyway. I think I'm gonna be getting double bounce land though with the prime time. The reason for that is that I want to bounce both the Tulare West and the Bojuka Bog, because I want to have the Bojuka Bog available to stop future Snapcasters. Although at this point they only have a single snapper, so it's whatever. How does this change things though? I don't think it does. Cavern on Giant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. So now we have double spell pierce backup. Uncounterable primetime, best primetime. You heard it here first. I think I want a bunch of blue mana, and I want to start setting up my other colors too. So I'm for sure bouncing the Bog, and I think the other bounce is gonna be the Cavern. Actually, I'm going to put this in my hand. So basically, the Tribe Scout is gonna become really good. And also, Bounce Land plus Tracker is a very nice combo. Very nice combo. They path my prime time. That's fine. That resolves. Yes. Go get a forest. Now I can save any land they want to mess with. And I have Bog to stop Ascanta slash Snapcaster. I like my spot. I think we're in a good spot here. This represents another Primeval Titan. Tracker is a threat in and of itself. My opponent wants to field me. I'm very happy to allow them to Stone Rain themselves. Yep, they untap. If this Snapcaster serves again, I don't care. Yep, that's fine. Nothing. It's not a bad draw. 1, 2, 3. Tireless Tracker. Tracker's so good in this matchup. It's just so much value. Just so much value. Play this one. And I have the Sanctuary now. Which feels pretty good. The only annoying thing would be if my opponent had exactly another path. Exactly another path would be annoying. Snapcaster is a blank because of Bojuka Bog. Cryptic Command is a blank because of Spell Pierce. Bounce this. Transmute this. And I think I'm going to get a Pact. Pact of the green variety here. I can even Thar next turn if I want to. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. And this is what I was saying about Tribe Scout being secretly one of the best cards in the matchup. You see this interaction right here? This 1 mana dude is just blanking their best card. Or it's forcing them into very awkward spots, or, best case scenario, it forces them to waste a path on a 1 mana 1/1. It's just so good. It messes with their Snapcasters with Bojuka Bog, it messes with their Fields of Ruin with Bounce Lands. It's just so good. For the very, very cheap investment of a single mana. Not bad. Not half bad. More Bounce Lands. Jeez. Play this. You want to do anything, opponent? Do you? Do you not? You do not. Cool. So I do this and draw a card. Oof. That one feels good. That one feels good. So activating colony costs us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can only have 2 mana up. So I'm going to serve with Tracker here. And second main, I'll play the Azusa, which should not really be a good card, but right now it's nuts because of Tracker. No blocks, says my opponent. Something I'm quite okay with. I now have double Pierce. I'm gonna play 2 more lands. Gonna name Giant here. And I guess I'm just gonna play the Bog. No, I don't want to play the Bog, I don't think. Because I still want to hold it. Because of... Snapcaster. And I think we're quickly approaching the moment where I'm just playing bounce lands and bouncing themselves. So I can get clues from the tracker. So my opponent just wasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. And they took 5 damage, and I got 3 clues. So yeah, if you're worried about the blue-white matchup, Tracker is something you might be interested in. Okay. What? Do they just want a Wrath here? And they're getting extra style points. Like, is there Verdict now? Nope. Maybe my opponent is setting something up, but I just don't see it. That doesn't make much sense. That was an extremely weird play. Maybe they are leveling me? Yeah, so they just had a Verdict. That's fine. Verdict basically means that we prime time, so I'm very much okay with that. Woo, woo. They are literal dead now. Yep. That was a bad draw, but it still doesn't matter. That was just too cute. That was just a little bit too cute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Primeval Titan. Yes. Teleria plus Simic, I guess. And I can transmute right now for Ballista. I guess for Blue Pact. They have only 2 cards in hand. Haste. Haste. Serve. Yes. Double strike. Activate. Die. Got him. Three and one. Can we gain some money? Some play points, some chesties. So far so good. So we lost against Amulet because against Bant Spirit we just drew nothing. Both games we just died. On one of the games we died never seeing a bounce land with everything else set up, and on the other one we died without seeing a threat in 31 cards, was it? I can't remember exactly what the number was, but yes, it was rough. But besides that, besides exactly those 2 games, I think the deck actually worked out quite beautifully. All right, 4-1. Let's go for the 4-1. Let's go for the 4 and 1. If this were a green source, this is a sneap. But with no green source, I'm on the play. Nah, I can do better than this. This is not better than that. I guess. Nope. Bottom that one. What are we up against? Burn again? Burn again. Guide, be nice to me. Not bad, not bad. Okay, okay. Just no Serum Blaze, okay? Just no Serum Blaze. Okay, that is fine. No Serum Blaze. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. That's also bad. Damn it. No untap lands. Boy, is this sad. Pass the turn. Multi 5 didn't pan out, gentlemen. I guess that's a chump blocker. opponent has 4 cards in hand. There's no way I'm winning this. Not with 4 cards. Not with 4 cards. I'm definitely trading here though. Helix the Tracker. Ugh. Ugh. Besuva, copy Kalni, transmute for what? Transmute for Pact. Pact cost me 2 life. I think actually I want to transmute for Ballista here. Because I'm going to be at 5. I think I want to transmute for Ballista here. It's weird, but I don't think that a Pact into Titan is gonna win me this game. My opponent has still have 5 cards in hand, and this Eidolon is gonna beat me down because of the Pact trigger. So I think that step 1 it's going to be to deal with the Eidolon before I attempt to do anything else. Next turn, I can play a bounce land. No, that's not good enough. Alright, so any spell kills me. There it is. Let's go for the style points. Style points was the correct play, I think. Yeah, it was. I mean, with multi 5 deck did not work at all, basically. All right, sideboarding. Yes, 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 yes. No, no. I don't think I have inside and out prime times. Not on the play. Maybe on the draw we side out prime time. There we go. Spell Pierce is usually just not good. We rarely die to their all spell hand. They need to have like early pressure. Why are you teasing me, deck? Why are you teasing me? Yeah, I guess I keep that. At least this time I have a Kalni, which is gonna save me probably quite a bit of damage by chumping Goblin Guides or Swift Spears or whatever. Nope, no, I totally made a mistake there. That was not what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to cast the Stirrings first. This is a fine draw though. Tapped land. Alright, now I'm afraid. What kind of burn player keeps a no 1-drop hand? Now I'm really afraid. I could play Vesuva copy in their Foundry to have red mana, but explosives, that's definitely basically the same. So I think this is better. And next turn I'll pay 3, play my land, bounce my Kalni, play a Susa, play my Kalni, and go from there. And I guess we just hope we draw the last land we need. Blood Moon. You had to become my opponent's playing Blood Moon. Molten Rain. Fuck! When did Burn start playing Molten Rain again? Burn hasn't played Molten Rain in so long. But this Burn player does, I guess. Well, at least we know their dudes are not coming through. Except they have no dudes. I am not playing this Amulet. And also playing this Azusa doesn't really make sense. So if I don't want to enable their Searing Blazes, and I don't want to enable their freaking Smash the Smithereens. I think I'm just gonna die to like this random crap. I'm so sad right now. I'm so sad. Just so sad. Yeah, my opponent is representing Searing Blaze super hard with this Scalding turn untapped. They even shocked that turn. Okay, these plants are gonna chump on multiple occasions. Only 2 cards left. Another Molten Rain? Fuck me. It's a basic forest. Doesn't do anything. Pass the turn again. My opponent has to have some like Searing Blaze, Destructive Revelry kind of effect in hand. With all the time they spent doing nothing. There we go. I knew it. That's the Searing Blaze right there. Now what? I'm chumping. Chump. Untap land. Untap land. Untap land. Daggers. Daggers. Alright. Do I untap or not? They have it. Okay. So I guess Balov was not saving me anyway. Give them the GG's. That's so sad. That was... Ugh. That sucked. Guess we wasted all of our good draws against the BridgeVine deck. It's not often that I 0-2 against Burn. But sometimes it happens. I really was not expecting my opponent to be playing Molten Rains. Burn hasn't run Molten Rains in so long. But yep. So I guess that turn where I was trying to like blank the Revelries and I could have played my Amulet for free. Yeah, they was just like holding their card in hand. So it was either Skullcrack or Molten Rain. There was like or Molten Rain. No, I mean there was either Skullcrack or Destructive Revelry. And Burn players love bringing in their Destructive Revelries. I guess this Burn opponent either didn't draw them or was actually smart about it and didn't bring them in. Because I think it's a mistake from Burn to bring in Destructive Revelries. I think that it's just plain out wrong. Because I can do what I was just doing right now. Okay, let's do one more Amulet. I think I have one more league in me. I think I have one more league in me. Let's go. It's kind of sad though. Whenever, like, I feel like both times we lose, we lost to the deck not doing its thing, just like drawing the wrong part. Speaking of drawing the wrong part, speaking of drawing the wrong part of the deck, huh? That's not bad. Now we're just a bounce land away from doing really well. So if I draw a bounce land, I'm actually in a great spot. I can play Asusa and Ballista for 2. And then take it from there. What am I playing against? Scapeshift? That definitely looks like Scapeshift. Yep, that is Scapeshift. Of the rank red-green variety, yes, it looks like... Okay, I feel like such a boss by just top decking exactly the best possible cards. I'm playing my Ballista on 1 now. If they kill my Asusa, I can at least like start putting counters on this and start clocking my opponent. If they don't kill my Asusa, they die. Green mana's fine. I like him tapping green. You can tap all the green you want. Sakura Tribuilder. Search for tomorrow. No. Don't tap red. Shit. Okay. Fuck. So I guess I'm dead next turn. If my opponent has a land drop and a prime time. Yeah, Scapeshift doesn't do anything unless they have like land. No, Scapeshift doesn't do anything next turn. But landing to prime time means I can't win anymore because their prime times actually mess with my prime times quite effectively. That's pretty lucky that my opponent drew their bad card. Steerings into I guess I'll get to Layer West this turn, so next turn I can actually play Primetime, serve, and leave the Layer West in hand, so I can transmute even post attack. So I can both attack with Primetime and also transmute. Blood Braid. Yeah, that card is 100% irrelevant. Card is doing literal nothing right now. So now I think we're in a good spot. So we're doing this. Make sure I tap green, and bounce Toleria, I guess. Prime time, yes. Garrison. And Stronghold. Haste. Bounce. Gemstone Mine. Yep. Swing. Yes. Now I'm gonna get a double semi-growth. And with the Toleria West that I already have in hand, I can play my Scout and transmute on the same turn. I'm gonna bounce this. Bounce Fountain, sure. Swing for 8. This. Transmute for Blue Pact. And go. Summoner's Factory Souls. Yeah, Trivalder also resolves. Yep. Yeah, maybe that one doesn't resolve. Maybe that one does not resolve. Yep. They saw the line. They saw that they were dead on the crackback. Okay. Ricochet trap, bro. Bog out. Oh, Sage instead of Tracker. Sage comes in because of Damping Sphere. I basically, my opponent will very often keep a hand with Damping Sphere, so I definitely want to have some main deck answers to Damping Sphere. Some answers in the 60 for Damping Sphere. I mean, explosives out. Tracker is before Damping Sphere was a card. I used to bring trackers in because sometimes they come down early and they start clocking quite effectively. But nowadays it's just probably not worth it. Sketch keep. Yeah. This hand had a lot of like explosiveness potential, so that's why I kept it. But like we need to draw primetime ASAP. We need to draw primetime like right now. What did I say about Damping Sphere? Vesula can copy his stomping ground, so I'll do that. No, that was very stupid. That was very, very stupid. I just paid 2 life for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And put myself in Scapeshift range. That was just a misclick, 100%. In case you guys are not aware, when Vesuva copies a land, Vesuva comes into play tapped anyway. And even in this case, it's even worse because it would have actually come into play. It would untap because of the amulet, so it was even worse. Even worse of a play. We can undo the damage. At least we can undo the damage. Okay, so play Forest here. We play any bounce land, it just doesn't really matter because they're all at a single colorless mana. No, we bounce the Gemstone, we play the Asusa. Oh shit! That's right, Damping Sphere. Damn. Fuck Damping Sphere, man. I hate that card. It always messes me up. Always messes me up. And I had made the math all so beautifully and everything, and it's just like, Moto is just like, no dude, you can't. Okay. What here? Ubala the Barade. Yeah, I know. I know. The punts. The punts. Oh, that's right. Okay, we're gonna Susa now at least. We're gonna Susa now. And I guess I will play this and bounce Fountain and replay Fountain here. Don't know how much that helps. But hey, if we draw Prime Time now, we can actually cast it. So that's good. Apparently, if they have a Prime Time, though, which is definitely worse than... it's definitely bad for us. And dead. Yep, we are dead. Yeah, like I was saying, that hand had a lot of like explosiveness potential, but gotta draw Primeval Titans. Gotta draw them Primeval Titans. We're good. This is what I want to be doing. Spell Pierce also gets much better on the play, which is nice. Being able to play like Scout turn 1 and then on turn 2 hold up Pierce for whatever spell they play. It's pretty good. Of course, we need blue mana for that, which we don't have. But hey, we can't have it all. Can't have it all. Still, I think this is a keep. Turn 1 Bolt. Yep. Bolt the bird. No Damping Sphere, please. If we don't get Sphere this turn, we are in a really good spot. Yeah, sweet. The problem now is they can actually pay for Spell Pierce. So that part is sad, but... Bloodbraid into Thrive's Elder. Well, that made my Spell Pierce look really bad. Guess I'm taking 3 here. Just do this right now so I can F6. Get that F6 value. At F6. Untap land, please. Nope. We'll have to wait one more turn. One more turn to go. It would be nice if they don't have actual prime time and they just have like pact. That would be nice. Just pierce the pact. Yeah, that one's actually good for us. Tracker is not what their game plan is about, really. Tracker is not what their game plan is about. Do I chump here is the question. So if I chump here, I flash in the Gruul Turf, and next turn I have 6 mana. I can prime time while being at 17. Prime time can go get Bounce Land plus Fountain. Bounce Land plus Fountain, replay Fountain. So I'm gaining 16, I'm exactly at 18. But I have 1 less chump blocker for next turn, so they can still swing for lethal. So I think it doesn't change anything, and it's probably better for me to have extra land drops. Let's do some of this. Shall we? Crack clue. Turn 5 prime time might be a little bit too slow. At this point, I feel like it's better to hold up Pierce so they can't like crack Clue to dig for Scapeshift, but they actually have to have the Scapeshift, so I'm going to get the Gemstone. And Simic Growth, so I have extra blue. Pass the turn. This turn at this point I don't think I'm even chomping at this point. I guess I can chomp the tracker so Bolt doesn't get me. So that's a Stripe Elder. Okay. Stripe Elder gets sacrificed. Are they gonna Scapeshift? Holy crap, I'm a fucking genius. I am a fucking genius. Gotcha. The only problem is that now this turn I just don't serve for enough. But I have access to Blue Pact though. That's a Blue Pact. So let's revisit now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm one land drop away from casting and hasting. That's really unfortunate. So I tap 3. I have green floating. I use 3 to transmute. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I need 8 in order to make the play that I want to make. Damn, not having. Yeah, you're right. I don't think there's any way that I can both transmute and play and haste the primetime. I can transmute and play primetime, which I think it's what I'm gonna do, or I can play and haste the primetime, but it's not lethal. And since it's not lethal, I don't think I want to do it. So I will simply do this. Just serve with primetime. Yes. Go get Fountain plus Teleria, I guess. Oh, whoa. Wait a second here. I want to make sure that I don't die to like Scapeshift plus Damping Sphere. So I definitely want to be doing this. If he wants to double block, he wants to double block. Sweet. He only takes 1. Second main phase. Transmute. Go get Pact of Negation. 1, boop, boo, boo, boo. Play Primeval Titan. Yes. And now I should be able to pay for a Blue Pact quite easily through the thing. And here I actually want to get I want to haste the next Titan. Can I haste the next Titan? No, I actually want a double strike. Double strike is just better because double strike for no, that's not enough. So I guess I'll just get both, huh? So if I plus 2 plus 0, I pay 5. Then I plus 2 plus 0 and double strike. Yeah, so I want to get this. So now I can win through Blood Red Resolves. LOL. That's funny. Wow. I think that match was played perfectly. and I am very happy with the outcome. That was 2-1 versus red-green shift. Wow, I'm actually 67-33 right now, so I have exactly a 67% win percentage on stream. That's funny. Okay, so I will go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay. Game number 2. Match number 2, I guess. Yep. My opponent snapped mulliganed. He didn't even hesitate. Faithless looting. Swamp. Damn. So if I drew exactly prime time next turn, I can do play Amulet, tap this twice, Asusa, make 6 mana. No, have 1 mana for it, make 5, make 9. And then also play the Stronghold. So I cannot swing for lethal. But... Is this Mardu? So I'm going to lead here. We're going to start here. Start here and play a Stirrings first. Tulia West is what I'm looking for. So I play a Susa. And now I play... This will give me 2 mana and this, but then I don't have a bounce land anymore. Think it might be better for me to do this and then this. This way I play around removal, which my opponent might have in their potentially Mardu deck. Oops, no need for that. Guess I take this, huh? This looks like a pretty big threat. Looks like a reasonably sized threat right there. No Blood Moon, please. No Blood Moon, please. No Blood Moon, please. No Blood Moon, please. Yay, my opponent's dead. My opponent is dead. As in very, very, very dead. Okay, so step number 1, play Teleria, float blue, float blue. Step number 2, play Gruul Turf once. Bounce another time. So at this point, seems like my opponent's only way out is to cheese out a win with a moon. So I will transmute. Oh, they can't actually. So I can just get Dwarf's Garrison and Vesua. Vesua, copy the Stronghold. And then with attack trigger, I just kill him. Yeah. Oh no 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 no. I need to get the pack there. So that's when I got the pact. After I get the pact, that's when we start doing shenanigans. Well, that one. Jeez. That's hilarious. I think instead of swinging with the ballista, I'm just gonna make it a 4. Now this forces them to have the colonist command instead of just being able to bolt the ballista. I guess they can still push it, but well, that was a solid punt. A+ punt. Oh, my opponent still cannot beat the ballista apparently, so good for us. Good for us. Nothing like punting and going completely unpunished. Feels good, man. Feels good. So against Mardu, I side this out. The sweepers come in, the tracker comes in, and the Rurik comes in mostly because it's easy to cast under Moon more than anything else. It's not a good card, but and I wanna I wanna side out my amulets. Bye bye amulets. Hello, couple of braids. Let's do this. Let's do this. So we are pretty high on threat density because now we have trackers and Baloth and pacts. So we have 11 threats. We have answers to Blood Moon and sweepers. So we're gonna be our sweepers, and then spot removal to stop early Pyromancer starts. That's pretty much what we're doing. Bog is the nuts against this deck, but Tormod's Crypt is just not worth it, which is unfortunate. This is one of the matchups where the relic is like 100% an upgrade over the Crypt. This hand is extremely slow, but I think I'm gonna keep it. It has a bunch of lands, which is something that I'm very interested in, and it has a lot of potential too. And you should okay. And one of the lands being a value land, it's actually kind of important too. Also, I have a basic forest. Yeah, my opponent kept the card on top. That's why they wait until my turn. So I guess Azusa would be my best possible draw here. Holy crap! My opponent is not a Mardu Pyromancer. My opponent is not on Mardu Pyromancer. So our sideboarding is absolutely wrong, and we're gonna lose because of it most likely. That was a great draw, though. Doing the usual thing here, playing the land with no triggered ability first, then playing the other one. Alright, so post sideboard, things are gonna be so much better for us. Of course, the plant serves there, right? That's the correct play. Okay, I was definitely not expecting Grishoalbrand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Primeval Titan. Yes. I have the Garrison in hand already, so I don't have a blue pact because I sideboarded very poorly. So I think here I just want to... Shit, I can't even set up to deal 16 next turn. So what do I do? Oh, I can play the Scout second main, which should allow me to doubles to 16. So I can search for Stronghold plus Bounce Land here. Bounce this. Play this. And bounce Garrison. And now I play this. And what I'm trying to set up here is next turn I can, if my opponent tries to Goryo's Vengeance by discarding Grishoalbrand and stuff, I can bog at instant speed, or I can, they gain 11, splice. Holy shit, yeah, this, yeah. Yeah, okay, we sideboarded very poorly, of course, because I thought that my opponent was on a different deck. I think we would have had lethal next turn. My opponent was at 18, 16 times. No, I would have been able to put my opponent to 1. But that's it. Yeah, it doesn't look like my opponent's gonna whiff from here. Doesn't look like he's gonna whiff. Indeed. They just wanted to show me that they can kill me without even attacking. Sick. Alright, new plan. New plan now. Let's bring in all the counter magic. Let's bring in all the amulets. Let's take out this crap. Bring in my pacts. I could Rurik. I think Rurik could actually be good in this matchup. Not entirely opposed to some Rurik Thar action. And the sideboarding should be basically the same. Now, I think Colony Garden is better than Cavern of Souls is better than Colony Garden because Cavern is turn 1 green source for Tribe Scout that's untapped. And this match is going to be all about speed. Grishoalbrand. Holy shit, my opponent really caught me off guard there. I totally thought it was... It makes sense though, like the fact... I didn't think of it too hard. It's like, oh, my opponent is just playing Mardu with you know, just 3 basic swamps. Didn't really think about it too much, but then now it makes actually quite a bit of sense. This hand might be a little bit too slow, but if these Steerings finds an Amulet on turn 1, this hand might actually be good enough. It's not a Steerings. Not an Ancient Steerings. Looting. Let's draw a bog then. Let's draw a bog. Yeah, we're gonna die. This is just not fast enough. Not fast enough. Yep. Fuck me. I should have mulliganed this hand. I mean, I guess it didn't help that my opponent had the turn 2 kill, but I still should have mulliganed this hand. It was definitely not fast enough. Yeah, this matchup is very, very bad though. They are faster than us, and they also play Blood Moon. So this matchup is actually quite miserable. I'm just gonna concede here. It's kind of cute that my opponent's gonna draw exactly their entire deck. Man, I hadn't seen Grishoalbrand in a long time though. Hadn't seen Grishoalbrand in a long, long time. Okay, let's try again. Silver 57. Whenever I see somebody playing Grishoalbrand, I try to take note, so next time I get paired against them, I, mulligan accordingly. But yeah, my opponent they really got me on that. With like the way they played and the way they sequenced their stuff game 1, it was very smart of them. Very smart. It's not bad. This is not bad either. Blink Moth. Steel Overseer. Okay. Please attack me. Nice. Got him. Got him. We're not in a great spot though. We need a prime time and we need lands. Not the best spot to be in. So Vesuva is gonna copy to Alaria. Next turn I can bounce and transmute. Copy to Alaria. Guess this is the turn I get to serve, so I'll do it. They take 2. Got him. Can we pack this? I think I packed this. Because this kills me. If they have a second Ravager, I mean, I'm fucked, but it is kind of is what it is. It's not a bad draw. Not a bad draw. So next turn, I will pay 1, 2, 3 to transmute. Transmute this. Then I have 5 mana. Jeez, so close. So close. Nah, bouncing the other one doesn't change anything. Okay. Okay. Hanger Gabba is gonna grow a little bit. As long as my opponent does not draw a Ravager, I'm fine. And that is probably gonna get them a Ravager. Yeah, fuck. Hashtag ban steerings. Hashtag ban steerings. What? Okay. It doesn't help. So what do I do? Am I dead to regular damage too? I think I'm dead to regular damage. Cast a sorcery. They draw a card. That's actually quite interesting. So I have 2 land drops. They have no mana. Can transmute for explosives. But that doesn't even help me. The only thing I can do is I can do this. Set up prime time for next turn. I have 2 land drops here, so I can do this. Untap. Bounce. I think I'm dead to regular damage too, though. And I can copy their Ink Moth, so I have a blocker. But I think I'm dead to regular damage. That's pretty much what it looks like. And why didn't my opponent attack for 4 last turn? I don't know. It's pretty sick how quickly that deck explodes with a Ravager. It's just the one Ravager. That's all that really matters. But it's pretty insane. No, because we cannot, because we can only ballista for 2. We can only ballista for 2, and my opponent can like sack Ravager and Earthbound Worker in response to do their stuff. But yeah, they're just gonna serve with both Blink Moths, those both Ink Moths, I guess, or Blink Moth. And I'm gonna block one of them, and they're gonna kill me with the other one. But what they can do is they can sack the worker to the Ravager in response to the ping, and then do the other. Then they sack the Ravager itself, and they modular in response to the other ping. So I just die anyway. They're gonna get like 6 tokens. Jeez. From 20 to 0. No, but they had two, but they have two modular, right? Although I guess you're correct there. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I should have gotten Ballista. And Ballista on 2. Okay. Keep. Have an answer. We have answers to Damping Sphere, to their 2-drops. We have a Scout on 1. Yeah, we were pretty all around screwed there. Ghost Quarter is a good one though. Yeah, that game we were just one turn too slow. Having to transmute for the prime time was quite rough. Lead on this. Pass the turn. Ballista. Love Raked Sage with the marginal value. Stops them from doing some shenanigans, I guess. That slowed me down a lot though. So here I think it's worth for me to play the Amulet and then play the Gruul Turf. So what this does, this sets up so if my opponent has that big fear, I don't care because I have the explosives. If my opponent has Nature's Claim for the Amulet, I don't care because I can just like naturally make my land drop next turn and play the prime time. So I basically got all my bases covered. And that is fine because that means that they are not destroying my Amulet. Which means that this separate is gonna be good. I don't think I'm destroying Overseer. Depending on what they do here, I guess. Ballista on 1. Because they tapped out, I think I do kill the Overseer here. Because they cannot have Mox Opal plus Dumping Sphere. So it's gonna be just this. Sure. My opponent got their value. They got me. And now I prime time. So I'm in a good spot. And I can even Ballista on 2. So I can... So like where I'm at. Sweet. My opponent doesn't concede though. Maybe they have something? What could they have though? I'm for sure making a Ballista on 2 here though. Because that basically answers my opponent's Ballista. And basically they cannot like tap out. So I think I am going to get 2 Semi-Growth and play a Ballista on 4. Bounce the Turf, bounce the Ghost Quarter. And this basically locks it up. So now I'm forcing my opponent to make the first move. And even making the first move taps them out, or the minute they tap out, I kill them in response. But Pendelhaven cannot kill this, right? Oh, I guess that makes sense. How does Pendelhaven mess up the math? They proliferate. I deal them 1. No, Pendelhaven doesn't mess it up, right? Because I do them 1, right? Then they do me 1 in response. And I do them the second one. So I let the first one resolve, right? So I take a counter, give them 1 damage. Okay? I wait. In order to activate Pendelhaven, my opponent needs to take 1 counter first, right? So then there's the first counter in the stack. My counter is in the stack, and my opponent's counter is on the stack. So I let my opponent's counter resolve. My Ballista dies. Yeah, no, that's no good. Yep, okay. So I let Throne of Get resolve. Another Ballista on 1. Okay, here I actually do it. Here I actually do force the issue. Because otherwise they can proliferate on both Ballistas and get 4 counters and kill my prime time. This way they don't get to kill my Titan. They can proliferate, I guess, but it will cost them both Ballistas. And the Throne of Get. Yeah, I think my opponent is doing the exact same math that I was trying to do right now. Trying to put everything on the stack and how it's gonna resolve. It's tricky. It's super tricky. No, because they actually can do something about it. So Ballista, oh yeah, they figure that they can't win anymore. No, so because if I, so there's a 2/2 Ballista in play, my 2/2 Ballista, and there's the Pendelhaven in play, and the Throne is on the stack, right? So let's say I deal the first damage, okay? Then my opponent responds to that by dealing me another damage, okay? So if I let the damage resolve, my Ballista is a 1/1 now and it dies. So I cannot do anything else. So that basically forces me to deal another point of damage. At that point, my opponent's ballista is a 1/1, and they activate Pinlock Haven, and they save it. So killing ballista in response to throne is not really an option. I guess the only thing that achieves is the fact that it taps my opponent out, so they cannot play a second ballista. That's the only thing. But in terms to actually killing the ballista, doing that doesn't really work. What now? Man, my opponent's deck is sweet. I cannot really want to play that deck, the Hardened Scales deck. It definitely looks very, very sweet, and it's like the kind of deck that I think I would very much enjoy. So this Vestuva is most likely gonna be a green source, because my opponent also is kind of like a mono green deck. But this hand is just too slow, and I don't have a red source either. This hand is better. Yep, put on top. Bounce land. Yuck. That Abrade going down is sad though. No Damping Sphere. Please, no Damping Sphere. Well, that's also quite a bit of an issue. It's also quite annoying. Maybe I should have represented a Braid there. Or just played any of this to play around Damping Sphere. Because now Damping Sphere is a real beating. Not sure whether... Yeah, there's a fucking Damping Sphere, yeah. Yeah, I fucked it. I fucked this up. I should have played the Teleria West there. There was no need for me to play the bounce line. I was thinking about setting up the transmute soon, but it just, yeah, that big sphere makes it so much worse. Playing so poorly. Playing so poorly. I should be able to play the Azusa next turn, having a chump blocker and setting up the explosives on 2 for the following turn. Bad place. There's some serious Ravager math to be done here. Serious Ravager math. Whatever it is, I think I'm blocking the Arcbound Worker. Unless this is... I think this actually might be lethal now. So they sack this, that means 2 tokens. They pay 4, that means 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. Yeah, so I think I need to chump the ballista. Like there's no other option. If I don't chump the ballista, I just die. Pretty absurd. Pretty absurd. So I need to draw another champ blocker? Nope. Yeah, that turn that I lost cost me the game here. That one turn that I lost ended up costing me the game. What can I go get? I can't go get Rex Sage. I guess this forces the issue before anything else. Sack Sphere to Ravager. Sank Overseer to Ravager. Sax Blink Moth to Ravager. Sax. What's up, MTG Lore 97? How's it going? We're getting our ass kicked by the modular counters deck. Wow. 1 mana short too, because I can go get a Rex Sage with the Pact, but it's just I'm 1 mana short from doing that. So many punts. So many punts. So many punts. Even if I packed for Scout, he just pings the Scout, swings for 7, I go down to 6, and then picks me to death. I don't think there's anything I can do. That one turn that I lost because my opponent had the Damping Sphere, I should have played around it. That was so stupid on my part. That was so stupid on my part. I lost this game. We should have won. We should have definitely won this game. But besides that, MTG Lore, thanks for following. I appreciate it. We can pact for Scout. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, we're just dead. We were just dead. They made a very like a very risky play though. What if I had an upgrade there? Blue-black shadow. That's interesting. Is it similar to like the legacy one? Where you're just playing... Well, my opponent gave me the aggro GGs. My opponent gave me the aggro GGs while I was tanking. I really wish I had the upgrade so I can just like abrade your ballista. Just the 6 slow rolls. In any case, moving on to the next match. That one's particularly frustrating because I saw the correct line like immediately after I played the other one. Selfie sec. Okay, so we're playing against Mardu. This hand cannot beat Mardu. This one is a little bit better. Still needs help. But I assume that we're gonna be in trouble. At least we have two basics here. And having basics against the Blood Moon deck is pretty important. Precision, they're gonna take my Rex Sage or my Azusa, depending on what they're. Yep, 82% win rate is very impressive after 16 leagues. Not gonna lie. It's kind of funny how like he has Selfisek has like a million trophies, and his deck is just ugly as fuck. It's so ugly. All his cards are mismatched. They are like the newer sets and mixed with like older set cards, and like their basics are white border. It's pretty funny. I wonder if he just does it for the tilt value, which is quite possible. I don't need to jam the amulet here. I can just keep playing slowly. Take two. Immediately punished. Going to see what happens here. Oh, he's back to playing helixes. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna take the risk. I don't have a stupid prime time, so I kind of need to run the risk. I guess I can even Pact of Negation a Blood Moon if my opponent plays it this turn. Reveler. I think I'll pack this. That means I take 2, go down to 13 plus he's gonna flashback soul, so next turn I go down to 9, but I need to use that turn to pay for my pact. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pack this. So I pay for my pact. I don't want to miss my land drop, so I'm just gonna copy this and bounce the Tolaria. They drew. Oh no, flashback looting. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. You can share in the chat if you want, either with a link or. So I am exactly 1 mana short of tightening. Shit. Exactly 1 mana short. But my opponent does not have Kolaghan's Command mana up. I think they know my full hand except for the turf. Blood Moon. This is fine. If this is all they got, we got this. If they are slow rolling me and they have an Inquisition, alright, we're fine. Moon down. Activate. This bounce. This. Play this for turn. Copy this. Whatever. 2. And bounce. So it's actually very tricky. I think with the trigger I want to get a bog and another basic forest. This is... Oh, actually I'm super low on life. So Radiant Fountain and... Fountain and bog? Fountain makes it so I'm not dead to Kelogan's command. So I'm dead to like second Blood Moon. But I think they would have probably already played the second Blood Moon if they had it. Maybe I should have attacked. Maybe I should have attacked. Nahiri. Yeah, so bogging them was actually huge. Thoughtseize, nothing. Okay, this is super close. So I go down to 3. I pay for my pact. So now I can... $20 lands? 14 fetch, 4 warrior grave, 1 island, 1 swamp seems like a huge amount of lands. That's a lot of spells for the Elver, so that part is cool. But are you sure you don't... I feel like... I feel like Serum Vision is just like straight upgrade over opt, right? And it definitely feels like 20 lands is way too much. Okay, so I can play my land for turn, pact, get a primetime. Primetime gets haste land and something else. I haste the primetime. I swing for 8 and 6, and I get double strike land. Yeah, this should be fine. Boros Garrison. Just hate how tiny this is. Every time it's like super tiny. Yeah, but why do you care if it's an instant? I mean, Delver also flips with sorceries. All of them swing at his face. Swing. Yes. Gruul Turf, Sanctuary. So let's see. Card claim 1. Okay, so you can only reanimate from your own graveyard though. That's actually quite important. Side out Cavern, bring in Thar, Baloth, Tracker, Sage. Side out a couple of pacts, side out the amulets. And that's it. Yep, there we go. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely quite an interesting list. I'm not a fan of Delver as a card. I just dislike Delver as a card. So this hand dies to Blood Boon but beats everything else? Sure. I feel like our deck dies to Blood Moon and beats anything else. Pretty accurate description for the whole deck. Untap, that's not bad actually. Choose your poison, opponent. Maybe I should have actually explored last turn. I should have played the basic first and explored. That was a punt. That was my mistake. I totally like autopiloted and I should have stopped for a second. I should have 100% played the basic first and explore and then play the Tulare West. If my opponent doesn't thought is my tracker, I could have been able to like tracker plus land on this coming turn. That's bad. Man, this last league has not been my best work. This league just has not been my best work. Losing focus. Pithing Needle. That's a card that Mardu Pyromancer doesn't play a lot of. My opponent might have Liliana, so I'm not going to take the chump there. Okay, so basically now Azusa is just Tulare West is just an ETB tapped island. If my opponent wants to trade Azusa for the young PC, I'll take it in a heartbeat. I imagine he's in a bolt though. Yep. I guess Rex Sage can destroy a needle. Also, a raid can destroy a needle. I think I'm more interested in killing that young PC though. Discard Dregbore and looting. Huh. Jump there. I think I want to kill the PC here. Reveler, yep. Okay. Prime time, please. No. Okay. Basic swamp. Blood Moon, yeah. Bolt my. Nice. I love how my opponent, he really takes advantage of that F6 value. He's not messing around. He is not messing around. He's like slam, slam, slam. F6. I'm gonna hold this land both for in case of draw step K command and in case of Molten Rain. In case I draw tracker, I was saying, but flashback looting. The scary turn came in a little bit late. Just had the bolt, yep. Next game. So they also have multiple Molten Rains besides Blood Moon. I just want to go for the overkill. Okay. Next game. I think I'm taking in mind here. Having access to red mana is going to be quite important this game in order for me to catch up. And immediately regret not not taking the bog now. Okay, I'm just never gonna see another land. It feels bad. Feels pretty bad. Especially because I feel like on the first league I played pretty well. And then for whatever reason, this league I played extremely poorly. On multiple occasions, I made multiple misplays. And then of course now we're just mulliganing and the deck is just not cooperating. Now we're gonna get Molten Rained. Yeah, that's bullshit. Ugh. Give me a fucking bounce land, come on. Give me a bounce land, please. I went through like what, 15? No, more than that. 20 cards? 22 cards. Not a single bounce land was found. 23, because I also bottomed a tracker that was on top. Man. Yep. F6. Discard Fire Spout. So they have a Reveler in hand if they are discarding all their stuff. For sure, yeah, there it is. Wow. Just didn't even slam the moon. I guess they know I have double Sage. So it makes sense. Go Squatter. Alright. Land, please and thank you. Lands, please and thank you. Lands, please and thank you. Holy crap. Yep, I don't think I can win anymore. Don't think I can win anymore. Yep, I'm just gonna concede here. That's rough. That's rough. That's a tough way to end the day here. I think that the first league was very good. I think I was very clean in my playing, and this past league was just like mistake after mistake after mistake. Feels bad. In any case, that's gonna be it for me for today. I'm getting really hungry really fast. Thanks to all of you who were watching. Thanks for all of you who followed. And in case you did not follow, make sure you hit that follow button, which should be up there. And that is 100% free. And you know, the next time that I go online, you can actually get notified and you can check the stream out. We play mostly modern and legacy in this stream, so that's what we focus on. And Primeval Titan is the best card ever printed, so we play mostly Primeval Titan decks as well. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to type them in the chat or ask me on a whisper or anything like that. I'm always happy to answer. And yep, hopefully you check out the stream again soon, and I see you back. Well, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.